Okay, so sleep. A lot of people who struggle with neck pain or tightness in the upper traps, whatever the symptom may be, problems with the cervical spine, deal with a lot of issues sleeping, um, which can be a huge game changer, right? Because we all know how important sleep is for recovery, for stress levels, cortisol, mood, all that good stuff that contributes to healing. We need sleep to be able to do that. So then it becomes this vicious cycle where you hurt, so you can't sleep. And then because you're sleep deprived, you continue to hurt more. So fixing the sleep thing a lot of times is like the first priority. Um, Now, when we look at pain with sleep, it's really addressable, but you have to know when the pain actually starts. And this is one of the tricky things to do because you're in the middle of sleeping and you're not really focused on exactly what you're doing and how your pain is coming on. But there's a couple different ways that this actually happens. So there's scenario one where you wake up and you hurt. So you haven't moved yet, you open your eyes and you're already hurting. If that's the case, we can definitely make the judgment that the position that you were sleeping in was the thing causing your pain because it is what woke you up. You woke up, you were in that position, and you're hurting, which means that position is aggravating. Second scenario is you wake up and then you move, and that's when you hurt. And I could say that also would fall into if you wake up as you're moving and you're hurting as you move, those are kind of the same thing. But the key is we're noticing that it's pain during the actual movement. So you're okay, you wake up, and then you go to roll over and it hurts. Or you're actually already rolling over in your sleep and you wake up hurting as you're rolling. Those are definitely different things. So again, the first one, we're waking up in pain in a still position, then we know it's positional. If we're okay and then we roll and it hurts, or we just wake up as we're rolling and it's hurting as we roll, then we know that it's the actual roll that's hurting us. It's the transitional movement that is aggravating, okay? So first off, if it's a positional thing, then we just need to change the position. So the first thing we got to do is figure out how to, Frankie wants to come up on the bed. We want to figure out how we can get the position that you're sleeping in right. Now you can apply this same principle. I'm going to do this on my back, but you can apply it to lying on your side as well. And then in the next video, we're going to go over how to move about in bed, but this is just the positioning component. So take a towel you don't care about, like a bath towel, because you're going to end up cutting it at the end. Okay, and then all you're going to do is roll a fold in it the width of your hand. The width of your hand tends to be about the same width of your neck. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to lie down in a bed. Okay, and we're going to have two pillows under us. We want the pillows actually under our head and neck, not under our back, okay? So make sure it's separated from your back and your shoulders. It's under your neck. Try it with two, and then quickly just take out one and ask yourself, we're going to play a game called worse, better, or same. Is that worse? Is it better? Or is it the same? And if it's better, then you're going to go from here. If it's worse, you're going to go back to two pillows and start this game from there. So let's say it's better like this. Okay, better like this, but it still hurts. So now we've got our rolled towel, okay? And I'm going to have this part up. We're just going to slide the towel under our neck. Right there. Make sure I'm down towards the bottom of my pillow. Okay? Now you have just that roll under your neck. And you ask yourself, worse, better, or same. Say I'm better. That's great. What we're going to do is we're going to put another roll in. Try again. Worse, better, or same. That's better too. Okay, we're going to go again. If it's worse, I'll show you what to do in a second when it's worse. But for right now, we're going to assume that's better. Okay, that's better. I'm going to add another roll. Okay, so now I've got 3 rolls under there. Okay, that feels about the same. Okay, then I'm going to add one more. And all of a sudden, that's worse. Okay, if that's worse, then we know that the one before it was better. So then we're going to go back to that one before it. Is that better? Yes. Let's double check and make sure that one before it wasn't even better because we thought it was the same, but it might not be. Okay, no, that one's worse. We're going to go back up to that next spot again, and that's our sweet spot. Okay? And then you should be able to just sleep in that position and stay there. If you're a person who cannot stay stationary, so if you sleep on your left side and your right side, this may hit you differently on each side. So you're probably going to want to do this twice on both sides. And then what you do is when you finish with this, okay, so that's my spot now that I like. We are going to actually cut off the remainder of this towel, and then we're going to just tape this together into a roll like this, okay? Stuff that roll into the bottom of your pillowcase right here. If it won't stay there, you can open up your pillowcase, turn inside out, and tape it onto the pillowcase too, and then that's your sleeping position. Now, the one thing I will mention is that we don't need a lot of these like really expensive pillows. We can see that just by changing the width of one towel, that it can make all the difference in whether you feel good or not. So the most expensive pillow in the world, probably still pretty low odds that it's going to be just the perfect right height for you, which is why people spend money over and over and over again on all these expensive pillows. And by design, they maybe make sense, but they're just not quite right for you. What you want is a super cheap, like polyester. This is like a $3 Walmart pillow. We know that every time you lie down on it, because it's stiff, it doesn't have any memory foam or softness to it, it's going to react the exact same way. We know that position that it's going to put you in will be consistent.